7.5, 8.0, giờ để IELTS Speaking quý 3, chủ đề Adventure.
Và hãy cùng xem hết video để ôn tập cùng chúng mình nha.
Part 2. Describe an adventure you would like to take in the future.
People often perceive adventure as an experience that is risky, one of a kind, or even life-threatening, and normally involves people participating in small groups. However, my ideal interpretation is always something opposite, just solo trips to the most famous cultural destinations on the planet. And to be specific, in the foreseeable future, I aim to complete a visit to nearly 10 Western European countries on my own within a span of 15 to 20 days. I have read about places such as France's Eiffel Tower, the Netherlands' windmills, England's castles and palaces, and the like in various books and films, and have developed a deep admiration for this old continent's rich, diverse cultural legacy that they can manage to preserve. Such respect has pushed me into acquiring greater knowledge and having all the necessary means like money, health, and language proficiency in order to make this trip work. With my current pace, I do hope that my dream would come true in about 5 years. This so-called adventure means a lot to me when it comes to personal development. Not only would it live up to childhood expectations, but being able to achieve such a complex feat also proves that I have matured into an independent adult and made me believe that I am ready for the next important stage of my life, starting a family of my own and hoping I can recreate similar visits with my family members someday.
An adventure that has been in the back of my mind for so long is the journey to Fuji Mountain, which is the Japanese highest peak. You know, Fuji Mountain, also known as Mount Fuji, has always held a special place in my heart for many reasons. First of all, I'm drawn to the sheer majesty of this mountain, standing at the nearly 4,000 meters above sea level and gazing at the landscape below is a dream I hope to turn into reality. And the second reason I opt for this adventurous journey is that I consider myself a reckless person, always dreaming of, participating in challenging activities. And the journey to the summit of Mount Fuji is not at all for the faint-hearted person. So it offers a challenging but immensely rewarding trek. The physical and mental challenges that come with ascending this magnificent mountain are something I eagerly look forward to. As I prepare for this adventure, I understand that Mount Fuji's weather can be quite unpredictable, and it adds an element of excitement and uncertainty to the trip. And I will need to be well prepared, both physically and mentally, to face the changing conditions and ensure that my safety throughout the climb, of course. And the yearn for this journey represents a departure from my usual preferences, as the old me typically often favor the comforts of home over outdoor activities. However, I do realize that this is a time I have to step out of my comfort zone and explore the beautiful world outside.
Who likes to read adventure books?
Well, adventure books might be a perfect fit for individuals seeking excitement and thrills. Because these books will transport readers to a distant and exotic lands filled with unique creatures and plant life, where characters face constant challenges and unexpected plot twists, which is always awaited at every turn. They are certainly a delight for those in search of an escape from their routine everyday lives. I think this genre is particularly favored by the teenagers and the young adults, but I think even older generations can find it thrilling too.
Do you prefer adventure novels or adventure movies?
Actually, my preference is the opposite, adventure movies over adventure novels. And this stems from the fact that my attention span is not long enough in order to immerse in long pages of words and still imagine the grand and glorious scales of the events depicted in those stories. As a result, I would rather utilize other senses to enjoy cinematic works for the greatest understanding of the writer's underlying messages. This proves especially satisfying when it comes to films containing battle or fight scenes like Troy. But that's also a personal liking. Others still take the stand of staying true to written works' intentions, a point which I totally respect.
Why do people like to read adventure books rather than take an adventure?
I think adventurous journeys can be exciting as we read about it, but taking on an adventure is far more complex than that. I mean, it entails a lot of planning and financial considerations and concerns about one's health and, even time. So, and on the other hand, reading adventure books presents a more accessible and risk-free alternative. It can be just as engaging as if you find the right book, and that's probably why many people prefer this kind of option.